Hey, it's Motorboat.
Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted.
What just happened? What just happened? No way. No way. What just happened? What just happened?
Hey, Stan. Hope you're doing
No
good.
way.
Hope you're having a good day.
No way. No way.
I got to get my other monitor set up, and then I'm just having too much fun with these sound effects. Holy cow, what a rabbit hole. Nobody warned me. Nobody warned me. They never said anything. They never said, "Hey, Carrie, you probably shouldn't do that with your personality and attention issues. Probably not a good idea to get sidetracked with all this. It's just unreal. It's unreal what the sound effects are out there. So we can get. I want to get one made for everybody. I want everybody to have a sound effect, have a welcome, something. I think it's fun. And if I don't, then that's okay. But like other sound effects for certain things, like if we want to make certain people feel a certain way, whether that be good, or, yeah, we want it to always be good. But some of the sound effects are just so funny. And to be honest, like a couple of the, wow, I should have really adjusted this TV better. A couple of the channels I like to watch, I'm telling you, the sound effects really add a lot of value. They do. They just add value. It's like watching cartoons. Like, would you just rather have cartoons or a little bit of sound effects? You know, the Roadrunner didn't need to have any words, just sound effects. That's it. I'm just looking for a cable here. I want to be known as the guy who's never ready for a stream when he starts. I don't actually want to be known as that, but it's kind of how it's looking as of right now. Should open up the door. Not be very many mosquitoes out tonight. It's chilly in Wisconsin, which is all right. I went for a nice little ride tonight on this EX500. It runs like a top. So good. Trying to get this. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Oh, there it goes. The emulsifier tube holes and the pilot jets and the little holes on the side of the pilot jets weren't plugged, but they were restricted. It's a better word. Sound effects are a tool. They can be used well or less well. The Roadrunner also had the coyote holding up signs. Yes, that would be another cool little pop outs. Have some like, you know, kind of like that. Whoa, and then, you know, make it disappear again. They are good to see you back. How's your bus doing? Where are you at with the project? Our bus, I say it like it's mine. Well, I'll get a cut of the profit if I sell it for a good amount of money, or, you know, a fair price. So if you know anyone that's looking for a 1974 GMC Fishbowl bus, let me know, and I'll let Rob know. And then you can handle it all out, and then my YouTube channel can produce an income. Although it did produce income the other night, I got 2 super chats. I'm so stoked about that, which I should probably go and make those 2 dudes mods, but I honestly kind of want to play around with sound effects tonight. I'm going to see if I can put, oh, okay, cool. I'll get some cameras going here in a second. I just wanted to put my YouTube studio up here. That's pretty much sounds like what we got going on here. Yeah, we got it. We got it running. And oh, a very strange, very unexpected job offer. Dude, I would love that. I would freaking love that. Even if it didn't pay well, just something new and exciting and a change. Not that I don't love this. I absolutely love this. Look what's behind me. I mean, how can you not love that adorable little doll of a motorcycle? But I would love a very strange and unexpected job offer in the motorcycle world. And it could be lucrative. Lucrative would be cool. Highly lucrative would be better. Um, I was hired as an excavator operator on an industrial demolition site. Decent. What? Oh, but you know heavy equipment though, but never for a living. That's pretty cool. Oh my god, in New Jersey? That'd be crazy. There's no way I could operate a vehicle in New Jersey, let alone an excavator. It would be like that bulldozer dude was not. I would have no ill intentions, but it would end up being that way. Holy cow, that's really cool. Right, you got a month of experience. You know that's really cool. Yeah, I would. I guess I don't know. I mean, that would be cool. My neighbor Rob's son did a lot of that with a paving company for a while. Some large excavators. Oh, cool. That is cool. Now, I need to Google something here quick. I just want to make sure my brain is thinking. Okay. Do you do it's a large, yeah, with the boom and the claw at the end of it that you can pick up stuff and move to there and release it and crunch it up and knock stuff over. It's an excavator. They look pretty versatile too. Like you can get them in holes and places things can't go. They got a new one at our dump. I went to the dump the other day and at the recycling center, Alter Metals or something, big company. And they got a new one too. And they've got like the magnetic thing, so they just put it over your back of your pickup truck and then turn the magnet on and it like sucks everything up and yeah, sometimes it'll even hang onto the truck a little bit. It was a bit like the bulldozer dude. I was a bit like the bulldozer dude, but since we were being paid to take down the buildings, that was okay. Yeah, no, I guess you were. You could just trash. I mean, within reason, knock her down. We had different attachments, a crypto claw, a concrete pulverizer, and even a hydraulic shear. Oh my god. I bet a hydraulic shear would be like for rebar, stuff like that, unexpected large pieces of metal that need to be cut. Um, what was I just thinking? So I watch a guy on YouTube called Chris. Oh my gosh. Now I'm completely blanking out. Oh, my other camera went out too. I'll try to fix that here in a second. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put a link to his channel in the chat here because he just did a show. He just did an episode about some New Jersey buildings that were either being demoed or soon to be demoed or had been demoed. But, and this was like 2 months ago or a month ago. What is the channel? I'm completely drawn a blank, and I watch him all the time. He does some cemetery channels. And he's collabed with Lamont at large. Let me get this here. I'm not looking at the chat. Sorry, Steve. I can't believe I can't think of it. I'm such a bad person for that. Not bad person, but I love his channel and I watch it all the time, and I just can't think of it right now because I'm trying to think of it. Mobile Instinct. Oh my gosh. How could I not have remembered that? Mobile Instinct. His name is Chris, I believe, and he's got a kick ass channel. So I'm just going to put a link to his channel in the chat, and then Ian, you can go check it out and take it from there. But regardless, it's really good stuff. And now that you said that, I was like, holy cow, I wonder. Let's see here. We had different attachments. We even cut steel girders 3 feet across. Oh my gosh. Kind of dig that Ninja, but it needs a green Cowie paint job. Yeah, I love the orange on it. It is growing on me. My dad had a 750 H2 triple, a 73 H2, and he repainted the tank and the side covers and the tailpiece in that orange. So that orange sticks with me. But he also had another 750 H2 triple that he redid and he painted in Kawasaki green. So I dig that too, and I could totally dig that. What we just need to get is another green Ninja. And then problem solved. Problem solved. So yeah, the gray background is a little but it's still nonetheless pretty sharp. I like it. For a 2004, it's held up good for the last, what, or 2000, yeah, it's a 2004. So it's 22 years old and still rocking the stock exhaust, which is somewhat rare to see after 20 years, especially on a beginner bike like that. Orange on green does look sharp. I'll agree there. Oops. Sounds good. A little noisy in the cam chain, valve train. Not noisy. I shouldn't say that. I mean, I don't know how. I'm gonna check the valves. I'm gonna check the valves of this winter. And we'll check the cam chain. Dave, we had a new subscriber, David. I think. There's so many thousands of people in our chat here some nights, Steve, and I know you as a moderator are pretty stressed out right now, moderating all the hundreds of people in chat. But we had a subscriber a few days ago, and I don't think it was David Watley, but different David, and he had mentioned something about the cam chains needing to be reset. They're the cam chain tensioner. So my FJR has two brothers. Ooh, I bet you that sounds really good. I had two brothers exhaust I put on my TL1000R. I had a 2004 TL1000R the last year they made them. And I put a set of two brothers cans on it. Don't know if they were fiber or not. I think they were polished aluminum, big old ovals, and all that thing sounded like a Huey coming in. Frogzilla. See, that's what we got to do here now. All right, we're going to get a sound effect going for Frogzilla. I'm going to try something here quick. I'm going to do a sound bite in my OBS studio for Frog. And then I'm going to alter the voice a little bit. And then I'm going to put it in my soundboard. And then we'll play it. Because I'm always so happy whenever Frog comes in here.
What just happened? What just happened?
Those are the only two I have loaded up right now. Right? I mean, now we got Frog here, so that'll help with the moderation work because it gets pretty like I said, it gets pretty busy some nights, right? Oh, that's good stuff. But I was telling Steve and Frog that oh my gosh, I got going on the soundboard stuff. Wholly addicting, like oh my gosh, what a rabbit hole to fall in. I'm gonna import a couple more here quick. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay focused on what I was gonna do here. I went for a ride on the Ninja tonight. It was really good. It wasn't as long as I wanted, but I stopped and said hi to Carl. So that was cool. His garage door was open partially. And he said whenever that's opened up, he's still up. So stopped and said hi for a little bit. That's what I want to do, Stan. I honestly don't really have a lot of. I mean, obviously the baby and the no way. What just happened? I got to get up and grab a water. That would be and go in front of this camera. I want to. Yeah, I did make my own. I made my own in case our fearless leader Motobum joins us tonight or stops in to say hi. I've got a little treat for him. Kind of have to just start with I just had to start. You just got to start, right? But I've got an idea for Frog. So I'm going to write a few things down here. And then we'll go with it here. Okay. Andy, how you doing, man? Oh, here we go. I got to do something. Andy's. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry this is in like 120 pixels, maybe, not even. I don't know what kind of pixelation you call that, but I call it bad. Actually, here, I'm going to switch cameras because Andy Watley deserves this. Here we go. We'll get rid of that crap. I'm not crap, but here. And then if Mr. Lang joins us, we'll show him too. But I got to add something to his. But I put you up on the board here. Andy. My 2 first super chats. Thanks. It really was pretty awesome. So there's that excitement. Should have a sound effect for that. But when it happened, I was like,
What just happened? What just happened? No.
I enjoyed the riding with the boys Saturday. I was so jealous. That looked like a blast. It was a hoot. It really was. And then the Wes, and I did say he was. I should never. I feel bad for cutting the poor kid short on age, but he's like 6 months different in age of my son. It's just when you're 12 and 11, like that can be huge. But either way, I let him ride the 125 Old Yeller, and he just absolutely loved that bike. He loved it. And let's see, Sunday morning he was riding it, and the glare on my glasses is driving me nuts. He was riding it and went over one of our jumps really slow. He went over it too slow, so he killed the bike at like the very peak of the jump. It was just that one semi-small roller we were going over, and hold on a second, I got distracted. YouTube is the audio stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. Open now. How does the audio sound? Is it okay? I think it's okay. So anyway, Wes tips it over. My son helps him to get it restarted, but now the float, the carb is leaking out of the vent all the time. So I think it got a little piece of debris in the float valve, and so that's our next project because I want to keep the stable running. The Ninja 250 is ready to rock and roll. So there, yeah. I mean, but it was a blast. I sure hope so. I do it quite often. I got me and Junior stuck pretty good in the woods. Thanks for the feedback. Voice isn't too sensitive, too low bit rate. Sounds fine. Good. I'm just going to leave it alone. Derek helped me get that dialed in. So, but I said to Wes, I'm like, so what do you think of the bike? You know, because he's going from a KTM 65, just a little pissed off chainsaw, and he God, I really like this bike. He goes, it's not fast, but he goes, there's just something about it I really enjoy. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Or that same feeling. And then that made me watch The Dirt Bike Kid the other night. I put that on. I love the movie The Dirt Bike Kid. I just cannot get enough of the silliness and really the opening scene. Oh God, what's up, Westy? What's up, bro? Still working on a moped or what? Oh, we were working on a moped the last time you were here, you bloody bum. Um, Now we're working on a motorcycle, I guess one could call it. Um, it is a step up from a moped. It's a 500 twin. Yeah, please hit the like button for you, boy. That's awesome. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. I should put on some background music, some more AI generated background music. I always love that. That either it's like putting Frank Zappa on the jukebox. It weans out all the people that really are the true, you know. Who's in the bar right now? We'll put this song on and see who leaves. But yes, we did, Andy. I got it back together. I did a couple live streams. I did a live stream, I think last night or the night before, going through the carburetors, and whatever I didn't stream, I filmed. So we'll be able to go through that at some point. But I found a bunch of debris, not debris, goo anaerobic sealer or some type of a greenish silicone they used on the throttle, or the throttle on the, oh, where am I at here? The bowl, man. I can show you here real quick, which is camera's up here. Is this one not working now? Apparently this camera is not working. One of them locked up. One of them locked up. But they put some sealant. You know how your rubber sits in this little groove? Well, whenever the rubber doesn't seal, then there's something wrong or you need a new rubber. But they put a little goo in there. And then it got on the inside. Because whatever you see on the outside is going to be on the inside. And then that got science with the fuel, and then it turned into this like really weird tar. And it was just enough. Oh, it runs great. It runs great. I hate AI music. I will leave to listen to human music. I'm good, thank you. Hope everyone is well, says Westy. Andy, yes, we did get the Ninja back together. It's running good. I took it out for a spin tonight, but cut the spin short because I decided to stop and talk to my 96-year-old neighbor. And we had a pretty good chat. He's quite still chipper. He's looking forward to Thursday, going to play cards with the ladies at the restaurant down the road. And his daughter's husband is now retired, so he'll be joining them, which is just freaking awesome to like think about being retired, and then to think about your children being retired, and like you can all just hang out and just be retired and enjoy life, and not have to worry about the cash. I think that's a big, no stress helps extend the life. But I'm wondering why this camera back here, maybe it is, maybe, no, it didn't move when I moved it. Okay. I'm really mad about that right now, but I'm going to put on some background music because I can't stand listening to myself talk. I wish I kind of had a thing that read chat out loud, kind of like what Big Pile of Wheels has when he's doing a live stream on his motorcycle, which is awesome. Let's see here. All I got for you is epidemic sound, basically, and instrumentals, Westy. So if it sounds AI-ish, I mean, I guess it could be, but this is all made by real people. So, and I don't know how long hopefully you'll stay around for a little bit. But I was just gonna put I wanted to mess around with some sound effects. I got to get some applause loaded up here. Jesus, that's so loud. Everybody cover your ears. We all want to be that guy late in life, 100% for sure. 96 years old, man, still pulling trim at cards night. That's so chatty. Is it running? But yes, okay. Sorry, Andy, I keep coming back to your message there, Westy. You're gonna definitely be the most outspoken in this chat. It comes from another realm of the YouTubes. I noticed your taillight and headlight on Old Yeller were perfect while you were riding as the sun was going down. No flicker at all. That amazes me that wiring and fixtures are still functioning. Isn't that amazing? It is just so amazing. And that I really value that you appreciate that, Andy. I really do, because those are the details that I like. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. Let's take a look at that. Let me see here. Let me get this camera. Either this camera is gonna work or it's not. We'll see. Get that out of the way. Yeah, no, it's locked up entirely. What the heck? We gotta get. I gotta get my production team to get some new equipment in here. I'll have to send them an email tomorrow. Oh, that was loud. I'm sorry. Holy cow. At least for me it was. Yeah, it's locked up entirely. We're gonna delete it. And then we're just gonna create a new one. There. Now I can't put me over it. Oh my gosh, this is just another train wreck. Frog, get your... If anybody has motion sickness... I know, especially considering it was outside for a long time. 55 years old, damn Yamaha quality. And then that Tao Tao, I had a Tao Tao Chinese moped in here. And the headlight was blown out of that. And you wouldn't believe, I think I threw it away. It was the most pathetic attempt of a headlight you've ever seen. Looked like they got Thomas Edison's patent for the first light bulb. And they're so bright and vibrant, they really are. And the fact that the brake light works off the freaking front. Where's the switch? It's right here, I think. And it's just whatever is hanging on is barely hanging on. I'm not allowed to touch it. Yeah, and then the rear, look at this. What is that shit? Like, you don't ever see that. The bulbs, I can guarantee you they're original. Like, I would bet my life on it. I would because of the Yamaha-ness. I would trust it that those are original. And since Andy's in the house still and appreciates this, this is how I start it. And so the key's already on, we just don't have the light on, but it's in neutral because that's our neutral light. And then this is the starter wire. You just touch it to here. I don't want to smell, but if I have the choke on, it would fire right up. Let's just try it quick, right? No, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, I don't even have the hose hooked up to the carb. And it was leaking over bad. It was really leaking over, so I didn't have a filter on it either. Not that the tank is really, look at this. Huh. I mean, a little tad there, but and a little tad there, I guess. There's probably a little more surface rust than what I think. So putting an inline fuel filter would be a good idea. But we were just excited to ride it, and she didn't care until it got tipped over. And he goes, when I fell over, I let it down really gentle. I said, all I care about is if you're okay. I wasn't worried about you like beating on the bike or anything. It was just really funny. He's like, yeah, when I fell on it, I tried to be as gentle as I could letting it over. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna be so pissed at you, kid. I gave you permission to ride this bike and you tipped it over. It was just funny. He wasn't like scared or sad or anything, but he was just like, yeah, when I tipped it over, I tried to let it down as nice as I could, but I couldn't hold it up as, you know, he could barely touch on the thing. Have a good night, Westy. Smokes Shop. Smokes Shop. Good evening. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks for joining in and saying hi to us. Didn't realize that I was on camera in the upper left-hand corner there. Set my mic, chugged some water. So hopefully y'all got to see that. That's nice, eh? And yeah, I don't have my screen set up. So what I need to do is somehow figure out how to put me over the bike, but I can't. So I'm just gonna delete me. And this is not sponsored by Delete Me. This is sponsored by Rob. My neighbor Rob is technically sponsoring what we're looking at right now because this isn't my bike. But I did roll up on him and his buddy Jeff. They were talking in his yard the other night and I was out riding it and I stopped. For some reason in my head, I thought it was Jeff's bike. And we've forgotten that it was Rob's. And I said, Jeff, would you just please not ever sell this bike? Like, you can still keep it, but I want it. Like, I don't know how else, like, I don't want it, but awesome Smokes Shop. I think we have crossed paths in a vidIQ stream or two. Very cool. Yeah, I love their stuff, especially their channel reviews. They have some good channel reviews. And if the Rob in that vidIQ was my neighbor, that'd be pretty cool too. But I think my neighbor Rob's just a little cooler. So, but good to see you here, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Where was I at? What was I just chatting about? Bikes. I'm gonna double check and make sure I turn the key off because I still no. Our neutral light is still, and we have gauges for it. Apparently, Rob has a set or Jeff has a set. There might be a set in the box truck. And there's a mint set on the 175. The green one's gonna be next up. I'm just gonna get some tubes for the tires so it rolls. I'm positive it's gonna run just as good as this one. The carb's already off of it, so all I gotta do is clean it and put it back together. But this one was easier because this one didn't need tubes or tires. They took air, and since they took air, I sent it. That was the deal, is when I brought both the bikes down, I was gonna say whichever bike takes air is the bike that we're gonna work on first. And the yellow one took the air, and it's freaking held ever since. I checked them yesterday and it had like, 15, 18 in the front and about 19 or 20 in the rear. And that's about right where I want it for my, gravel, grass, dirt, road. It doesn't leave more than, like a 5-mile radius. So the seat I'd like to redo eventually this winter. We'll redo the seat. Probably touch up the starter button, although the wire is just pure character, and I think it adds. Why fix it? It works perfect, and it does look like it's close to the gas tank, or that it can touch it, and it won't, and it can't, and it isn't, and it wasn't. So I'm gonna add a new video capture here to try to. Whoa. There we go. That's a little better. Much better that it's a rider to me. I agree. Don't have to worry about nothing. The other day I clipped one of the plastic emblems off the side of the tank on the green one, or I don't know. Are the fork seals holding up? She has been aired out a time or two. We can see the travel. I've used all of Suzuki's Enduro travel that they've given me. You know, and like not much, but surprisingly, like either all the oil has leaked out of them. I mean, this is just, you know, this is just life and residue, and that's way too bright. That's why we do this. We gotta learn. I think that's just life coming down, honestly. I mean, there's... Oh, it's gonna clean up nice, too. Other than some of the chrome. Some of the chrome is just too far pitted. Yeah, look at these cracks in the tires too. Full send off the jumps. And take it down the road. It's a little weird feeling at like higher speeds. Like, well, in higher speeds, we're talking like 40. I don't think it really wants to go much faster. The rear tire is not that bad. I mean, that's the extent of the dry cracking on the rear tire. That's an original Yokohama date coded 69, just like the bike was made in September of 69. And then the 70 model year for Yamaha marked their yellow tanks and yellow. Jesus, look at that lighting. Talk about horror. Should have called it a horror show. Not a live stream, a live. There we go. So I'm just in love. It's funny because like I'm at a point in life where I should have enough invested and stuff saved and be drooling over a brand new RSV4 or some freaking MotoGP almost thing, but at the end of the day, like this is fun. This is history too. We wouldn't be where we are if none of this stuff existed. So I think it'll clean up pretty good. I do want to clean it up this winter. I mean, do a little. The mirror, look at this. Where is it, right? Can barely make it out, but it's the tuning forks, the Yamaha insignia stamp. Into the mirror. You just can't quite see it. We'll get better lighting on it. But that gets in my way when I ride, so I just fold her. That's the enduro option. A little bit of air, you know, drag coefficiency isn't up that good, but, and then this faded. I love it. Horn, we'll get the horn working. That's the only thing that's not working. Yeah, look at this brake switch. You can see it better here. Maybe. Jeez. Freaking blind here. There, it's separated. Like, I don't want to touch it. You can see the little contacts barely hanging on for life. Same with the handlebars. I don't know how much a guy should trust those, but we're not getting more than a couple feet of gravitational time. Yeah, that's just a sweetie. And I'd roll the green one over, but it doesn't roll. It only drags. I gotta drag it. Hey, Go Fast. Hope you're doing good, man. I'll give you a shout after this, or I'll try again. It's been one hell of a day. Peace Smokes Shop. That is an awesome name. I love it. It's a tongue twister every single time. And Andy, that's what I wanted to do here quick. Let me do this. Talk and click, so I apologize. Smoke.
Are you tired of cookie cutter formula-based YouTubers? Smoke Shop is actively seeking subscribers. Do you enjoy watching a 50-year-old man get frustrated? Ever want to get that old lawnmower, car, or motorcycle up and running but didn't know where to
Dude,
start?
your channel is awesome.
Smoke Shop is a new YouTube channel here to help. Don't get lost staring into some vlogger's eyes.
Oh my god, those keyboards and electronics and stuff in your shed.
Me spin my wheels for days trying to save a
Yeah, dude, you just did a burnout on a moped.
Now you can help monetize the channel.
Blaster. Oh, there's an artist. No,
check out Smoke Shop today.
One of what you said it was.
Let's grow
one of
together.
those. Yamaha though.
Bye-bye.
2-stroke. Either way, awesome channel, dude. I'm gonna since you're obviously trying to grow, let's do this to you, even if you're not here. Then you can at least check out other people's channels. Because you can't, if you're trying to build your channel and grow your channel, like I at the end of the day, do I want everybody in my chat to be a mod? No. But at the end of the day, there's 6 or 7 or 8 people in my chat. So, and if 6 of you are trying to grow a channel, or even if half of you, whatever, like if you have that mod status, then you can go look at somebody else's channel so much easier than if you didn't. That's where I'm coming from when I make mods like that. Plus, I want to have a mod fight. Everybody time everybody else. No, I'm just kidding. That would be kind of fun. Not to have anybody in my chat because everybody timed everybody else. Just cruising around the little mountain town, wind up kickstart pedal, not a regular kicker, and no moped pedals. Oh, the NC50 Express. Yes, dude. That was the first moped I ever flipped. Is that the 2-speed where it grabs second, like at around 17? You're going like, meh. It's like a power glide transmission for a moped. And then it goes into second. Right when it hits second, if you yank back and drag your feet, I always drag. I didn't want to flip it. Like it didn't have the power to ride it. You couldn't. The only way you could keep the fulcrum is yank back at 15. I swear to God, if I were to get on a 2-speed Honda, whatever, if it was the NC50 Express, I could just rip. Thank you, Frog. I appreciate that. And I'm glad to hear that, Lolly. I hope you're having a good evening and doing well. You're always such a treat and always love hearing you. You're always such a great addition whenever you come on the live streams, and that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Stian says, I mainly like the mod powers for being able to share links. Exactly, yes, that too. That's a nice single speed first version. Okay. Then is the one I'm thinking of just the straight up Express? Did the Express come with the power glide? I swear I rode one, like from the age of 16 to 18, that's all I did was ride a wheelie around town on a moped. never got. Did get harassed by a couple of cops. Another Bassani, nice. Ooh, fun fast moped. Fun fast moped. Reported mopeds are cool. The one you had was a year or two later. Okay. Oh, I'd give anything to have that back too. Another thing that got lost to time, and probably sold it when I moved out here because it wasn't fun or fast or something. I don't know. If I just wouldn't have sold half the shit I had in life, I'd be so... Wouldn't we all though? Maybe, except for Rob. My neighbor Rob is racing motorcycles that he raced when he was when I was in my early 20s. I was racing a bike and I sold it. He kept it, and then 30 years later, after wife and kids and life, now he's out riding and racing again. So and like my SVs that I sold, my SV race bikes, I sold them for pennies on the dollar when you look at what you have into them and all the time and stuff. But if it's not what you're gonna do, then move on. I was kind of always just a next guy thing until I had my son, and then life became him. So I guess we're just doing what we got to do to try to grow and learn and become better and make a bigger, better business and make some more money so we can do more things. We didn't get to do shit this summer. But that's my fault. I mean, that's not his fault anyway. We did have a good summer. We got to do some fun things. We got to have a live stream in our yard. If that was the only thing we did this summer, and we made David Watley night, and he made my night, it made his night. I know his buddy had a blast, and we couldn't have done that anywhere else. So, hey, that's a win. I tend to kind of dwell on some downsides of things from time to time, but there are people that didn't get to do shit this summer, like literally. So, and there are some people that didn't live through the summer. So, I'm really grateful for the summer we had. A summer full of vintage Yamaha TR80s and ice with a EX 500. Had to take a little walk. Little vitamin break there. I'd have to do some looking to find one on the original tires, not trashed. Hey, I'll make you feel uncomfortable. How's it going, Robin? Hope you're having a good night. We ended up riding the Ninja tonight. Runs really, really, really good now. Yeah, I would too go fast as far as spending money on mopeds. But hey, mopeds are fun. For all the other cool bikes we find for $300, $2K on a moped is tough to justify. Yes. The algorithms, Robin, they just make you. They make you. I don't know. It's weird how the algorithms work sometimes. But it could have been through two for up in Nova, up there in Nova Scotia, eh? Andy, what other bikes do you have around there, Carrie? Nothing overly cool at the moment, Andy. I don't know if I can show you here. And then, I guess just for cool stuff, a quick little, this is that 175 that crap everywhere. I'm a bit of a hoarder at times. And that's the plastic side I knocked off. But this one's got the carb off, 175 Enduro. And then too, if you go back and watch the videos on these, like one of the first ones I found, this one is 10558 and the 125 is 10557. They were both last registered in 75. In their 70s. So they were ridden for 5 years and parked, and carb probably got gummed up and they went to start it one day, and who knows, a tree might have fell on Old Yeller on the gauges, because this one only has 1,100 miles. So I would assume Old Yeller not to have very many more. And yeah, so this is the brother or sister to the yellow one. Well, and that's the TTR 125 my son took apart in his bedroom a month ago or so. And there's the engine for it in a clothes basket. That'll be another project soon. This is another project I really want to get to, is this GL 1000 boat anchor. Really cool paint job though. POWMIA, the Walking Dead. 1st Battalion, 9th Marines, the Walking Dead. Well, and then this is my Toyota, a 2007 Toyota RAV4 that I've got an LS V8 in, rear wheel drive Toyota RAV4. That's another project on the side. So that's that, and then we're working on carbs on this R6 or YFC or YZ, I don't know, 600 4-cylinder Yamaha. This was that one bike I didn't want to show you the other night, because this is a cute little street legal Yamaha that somebody literally cut the frame to put this shit box Chinese 4-stroke motor in. I had nothing to do with this. I found this in the back of the truck. And I couldn't find on the VIN what it was, but we think it's one of those little not a TY80, but something street legal Yamaha, early 70s. Then some TTR 90s, a Tao moped, a turd Honda street bike, and then a cool little Honda 100. That'll be next up eventually. We can only do so much in a day, man. That's it for here, or on this side. I've got another side to the shop, and I don't know what's over there. There's a couple, a GS 550 that I found at the junkyard and bought for $100. I'm gonna do another video on an FZR 600 that I found at the junkyard, and I didn't have the $200 to buy it, so Rob bought it. That'll be a cool video. Bro, you're underwater with the audio. Everybody else says it's good, Westy. I don't know what's everybody else. Frog said the audio is doing good. Just coming in here to talk shit, Westy. Is that what's up, huh? I'm just kidding. I love you, man. But let me know what you mean by that. I'm so back in the chat here. Okay, so we went around and looked at that. Sorry we missed your live, Robin Shea Company, and I was in the meeting. Twofer's asleep by now. See, I can't even try. I mean, you guys are so good at your talk. God, I love the way Canadians talk. Twofer's asleep by now, bud. He wants blue and gray freehand flame outlines. He does nice cars, has a turnkey bike he doesn't use or want. Oh, there you go. You do the flames, you get the bike. Anything 80. 80s are awesome. Again, that's the other reason the movie, The Dirt Bike Kid, where his mom, what can I show on YouTube and not get copyrighted? Can I do a screenshot of it? Can I show it for educational purposes? I mean, I don't give a crap if the live stream gets monetized or not. All I care about is getting struck. Nice, the Bull Taco's ready to go back together. He's got a few Yamaha singles and twins from the 60s. Very cool. Bull Taco. Underwater, Bassani bike. Oh, no, I wish, Robin, I don't have any money. No dinero here, and no, I would be a blast of a car. Music was a little loud with your mic. It's good now. Westy says, sorry, maybe it's just me. Hey, I appreciate it, Westy. I really do. And, you know, we're MMA chat members. We got to be a little rougher on each other, you know? Show the rest of the chat what some thick skin is around these parts. No, I'm kidding. Cast is off. Still pretty effed up. Ouch. If you want to let us know what happened, Robin, or not, I mean, you don't need to let me know what, like, I just hope you're okay. Did you break it? Compound fracture, pins, screws? Anything with the arm sounds bad. I haven't gotten into the 80s four-wheel stuff that much yet. Otherwise, I'd probably go for it. Westy says, I just heard you're so good at your... Could just be me, though. Swelling won't go down, but I'm getting bicep muscles back. Nice. Well, I hope it gets better soon. Me too. Turn on all chat messages. Okay, Jesus, sorry, there I did. That wasn't on. And read my previous message that you missed. Bro, you're underwater with the audio. Then you say, sorry, maybe it's just me. And then you say, I just heard you're so good at your cock. So you wanted me to probably say that way. Could just be me, though. All that stuff that forks leave you can't be, so it's kind of unspoken law. Dude, you do Flatland BMX? Awesome. I follow some dude that does Flatland BMX. Maybe you're that. No, because I don't think you are. Oh, but he does it every now and then. Angel, Rob's neighbor. I cannot watch right now, but I will play your live while I'm out for about 45 minutes. Very cool. Thank you. Hope you're having a good night, Angel. Always good to see you, the original Angel in the chat. Thank you for being here. Ian, I still think motorcycle engines sound better than this background music. Hey, that's a good idea. We could do that. We could do that. Sorry, you're just reading backwards. I am? Sorry. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know which way I'm reading anymore. What time is it? 11:30? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, you're not missing much, Angel, at all. Like, seriously, just a bunch of hog swaddle. My new word. I should be back in about 45. Hello, Frog, and everyone else, says Angel Face. Hopefully she's out on a bike or just doing something fun. Backwards reading, or just sorry. be right back. Cool. I'm gonna go with Steven though quick here and see what I can pull up for some background sound effects. How do I do this though? No. I have to look up over here because my other screen is up over there because of how I have everything set up. Big now it might be really loud, so I'm gonna give everybody a fair warning for ears. I gotta come back. I need one of those big curved screens that those professionals have. I've just got like 3 flat screens on my wall and I never know where my mouse is. Can't see crap. Yeah, that's kind of like 80s disco. That's Hibiscus by Ryan James Carr. Okay, so here we go for some sound effects. See what we get, some racing sounds. Oh, it's really quiet. I can't hear it. Can you? Hold on here. Let's turn some settings up. That's why we're doing this. We're learning. We're learning. Oh. That's pretty lame. That was really quiet. I think it's because my desktop audio is turned way down. The ear. You're wearing headphones, set them on the floor. All right, my desktop audio isn't as loud as my mic for my voice, so it shouldn't be that bad. We're gonna go back up here. So quiet. Why is it so quiet? Here's a motorcycle 125 vintage. Pass by. That sounds horrible. Jesus, what are they recording this with, a tin can and a fishing line? That one's a little better. I don't know how loud it is though. That's a little better. Ooh, here's an Aprilia Top Nord 1200 2013 Adventure. He just revs it up and that's it. Here's a Ducati motorcycle pass. Here's an FJR 1300. Revving, several short revs. Yeah, I agree. That would be a great one to hear. I'm very limited to what the what we have here. We've got an R6 2008 sport bike arriving fast. He's arriving fast, everybody. Frog, I didn't forget about you. I'm still gonna do your sound effect for you. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that before I end the stream tonight. It's gonna be a priority. Here's an 81 moped motorcycle, revving long engine perspective. Almost. ATM 6. That was go fast tonight. Here's another one. No, these are all my sound clips on Epidemic Sound. Here, I'll share my screen, but well, I'm gonna put a video for you, a YouTube video. I'm gonna play a clip from the movie Motorcycle Kid. These are all like I could paste all these together in CapCut and just have like 50 minutes of just sound clips. And like during my streams, I'll be like, every time I hear that, I'll just be like looking back and forth. Here's a motorcycle passing by slowly. Sounded more like a helicopter. Sorry about that. Here's another FJR 1300 in neutral. Sprint Nitro 50, 2008 scooter. This is 1 minute and 46 seconds. Here's the same moped revving long from an exhaust perspective. That sounds like a leaf blower. Cruiser motorcycle, Virago XP 125, 1975. A Yamaha 650 Cruiser. This is fun, actually. I'm kind of, I don't know, you guys are probably like, what? Here's a Can-Am Riker 900, 2019, three-wheel touring motorcycle, revving, long, engine perspective. A village motorbike passes desert, Wadley, Mexico. Wadley. Have a good night, Robin. Hope you get some rest. Hope your arm feels good. Take care, brother. Have a good night. All I hear is birds, people. Here she comes. Here comes the village motorbike passing through the Wadley Desert village. Okay, here's an interesting one. Car protest. Exterior. Motorbikes revving. Mazda Miata red light. Front perspective. I can't, my mouse fell off the screen. I can't change it. Here's an Opel antique racing car. Boy, they have a ton of FJR 1300 sound effects. Here's one arriving fast. Watch out, everybody. Here comes Sterling Wheel. Sterling's coming in to say hi tonight. Pass by fast. Hey, Stian, how you doing? Still hanging in here. I think it was you that suggested this. And now 15, 20 minutes later, here we are. Looking at sound effects. Ooh, an NC750X 2014. Standard motorcycle driving, slow exhaust perspective. 1 minute and 55 seconds. Ooh, a Honda N376 medium. Here fast. I'm not getting Evelyn here. Feels like to get on this one by the sound, like the little sound waves on the. Here it goes. Yeah, dude. That's an FJR 1300. Here's a long rev. That's pretty okay. A Piaggio Beverly 251 2010 scooter. Turd. I thought it would be a 4 or a 2-stroke. Here's a Tomos APN 4 1973 moped. That's 2-stroker. Ooh. I like that. Is this the one you were saying that sounds like Lolly so fast? She has a, I swear it's a Honda Shadow. If I'm mistaken, I'll be mistaken. I've been mistaken many times, but I thought that's what y'all said the other day, and that's a wonderful bike. CBR 600 F4. I'm trying, man. I'm just scrolling and scrolling. I'm trying to come up with. Here's just, it says motorcycle pass by. Pretty lame. 1200 cc. Slow pass by. Horrible. But I guess if you're just doing, you know, you need a little bit of sound effect for this or that, these would work. But for me to put them into a real, oh, there's still more. Oh boy. We're going to stop this here in just a minute. Multiple motorcycles driving by, faint crowd cheer. Yeah, big old rally. Everybody driving through the town. Hey, everybody. I'll check here in a minute, go fast. Rebel, okay. Rebel, 250. I think that's all they came in, right? Did they make a 500 Rebel? And I'm not trying, you know, like if they did, I swear they made a 250 or a 500. Maybe not. I know the Rebel 250 is awesome. I think that's what I did my motorcycle course on with that. Loved it. Ooh, here's a Bandit. A Suzuki Bandit 1200. No. Nothing fast, so I want to hear people speak. It just goes on, and it keeps saying view more. So like we're gonna end up chasing this dragon all night if I don't stop. Oh, okay. Here's another FJR. We're done. That's cool though. I like that. I like that. But to just do it on replay all the whole show, I would have to. I'm sure there's some, like Go Fast said, oh, here's a link. How do you do this now? screen because I got to practice. The mouse over here, go to man, I did this last time and screwed it up. Don't do that. Scene selection. Oh, come on. Share. Oh, screen. There we go. Sources. Oh, there it is. Window capture. Oops. Turn it on. Capture. I don't know. Not that. Not that one either. Oh boy. What are we doing here? Properties for window capture. There it is. Haha. Dude, can you see it though? I don't see it. There it is. Dude, look at this. See, we just play around a little bit. We'll figure it out. Now, how do I make... There we go. Shrink that down. Boy, we really... If anybody has motion sickness, I always love giving my warnings about 15 seconds after. All right, I think I'm getting there. Just bear with me here. I hope that's okay. It's showing all that or whatever. I don't... Jesus. What? Yeah, Dean, if you ever need help running Streamlabs or whatever, let me know. Hi, Holy Skunk. How are you tonight? I just let this play on repeat. We'll just keep watching it over and over. No, that looks good. I like that. That sounds good too. Very good. Okay, I'm going to close the window for practice here, and I don't know what's going to happen. I think that's just condensation. Go fast out of the left pipe. Up here in the north woods, you get that, eh? You get that a bit in these cold here climates, eh? We exhaust does so many crazy things in this weather that we have here. Why can I not get my mouse back to where I need it to be? For the love. Oh, there it is. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. Thanks for checking in. Holy Skunk. Good to see you. All right. Yes, Andy, that is yours. I love it. Sounds great. Found a fairly OG 95%, 97. Oh, wow. That 1978 YZ250. That would be sweet. Holy skunk. Sorry, I'll be doing that for the end of time. Just popped in to show a little bit of support. I'm looking for a pan tool to get on panel. Cool. I don't know if that's what is it? Anyway, I like the color. Cool. The Harley. I think we were looking at Andy's pipes. That's nice. I like it. And that's Muskogee. What did your license? Muskogee? Muskogee? Am I saying that right? Is that? I thought you were here in the States, but maybe not. If you're up north just a little bit there, eh? The yellow thing, what is it? And those pipes sounded nice. Yes. The yellow thing is the AT1 125 Yamaha that I was riding with the boys the other night out in the yard. That's my old yeller. I did a few videos on it. If you check back in the history of things, some really bad video in one of them. I'm pretty embarrassed at the end and stuff on a few of them. But hey, we all have to learn, and it's how you get better is by doing it more. The CT1 is the 175, correct. The one behind me is the AT1 125. CT1 is the 175. Muskogee County, Georgia. I was still living in Columbus, Georgia then. Very cool. Okay, I've never seen where they put the county like that. That's cool. I like it. Badass. Put a side hack on it and send it my way, and I'm definitely way south. Thank holy God. Yeah, no doubt. Near identical. Yeah, they are. They really are. The 175 just has a bit too much compression, and they couldn't put the electric start on it. So the 125 gets the electric start because of electronics and lack of compression and lack of electronics. It's a Reed model, the 175. So I was gonna do frogs sound. Holy cow! It is 12:02 a.m. I'm gonna have to cut her short here. I did not know it was that late. Wow, does time ever fly? And I didn't. Frog, you're just gonna. I'm. Maybe hold on here a second. Let me just see here. I don't know which ones I have. Are you looking for a panel for one like yours? Holly, do you have a yellow one like this and looking for the side panel? Holy skunk. Sorry, I just said it. It did it again. Frog says it's one here. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're, see. Yeah, you're an hour ahead. Now, what about New York and Jersey? It does fly when you're having fun, Steen. I'm glad you're still hanging in there. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. You've been here all night, so that's awesome. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I need to crash too, Andy. So, but I did have like, what's the biggest time zone difference? Is it just 1 a.m. and then California at 10 o'clock right now? So Steen's 1 a.m. Yep. I think that's about all it goes. I'm a night owl too, so I like to cut her short by about 1:30. That's when I go in and go to bed. But I got some work to do because I'm gonna get some sound effects. I went down that road and I'm like, oh, I'll do it while I'm doing a stream, but we get talking and then we got sidetracked, and yeah, and that's good. That's what it's all about. So appreciate everybody for stopping in and saying hi. I'm gonna get some buttons here, the end stuff, and tomorrow night, Frog, please join in. I will have a welcome sound effect for you, and maybe some others here too. Again, it's just time. So have a good night, everyone. Go Fast says here the AT1 is converted to ARD Triumph Racing ignition with points. Yeah, I bet that would help. This yellow one could use a little. She's pretty stock at about 8 horse or so, but I like it. I like it. I like it just the way it is. And everybody have a good night. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, always happy to hang out here. Thanks, Frog. Say hi to Lolly and everyone else. Have a great night. Thanks again. Appreciate you all.